Like
Mr. Parmesan look like angel ear pasta, so it looks so
Hi guys! Alright.
Oh, when you come up with
No water?
I don't know when people take it and that's down into it.
Hi guys! Welcome back to another video. So today, me and mom, we're in the kitchen. But before we tell you what we're gonna do today, first off, I just want to apologize for not being able to post for like the past couple days or so. We've been busy, but mostly myself because I'm trying to finish up for the semester, obviously. But trying to post a little bit more. We're gonna be posting a little bit more. Obviously, the holidays are coming up. We'll post as much as we can, you know, new stuff and whatever be the case. So, with that out the way, today I'm going to show mom how I make one of my favorite pasta dishes, because in the household, most times anytime pasta is used, I'm the one who really uses it, unless we do macaroni and cheese or macaroni salad or, you know, macaroni and saltfish and them little stuff there. So mommy would do maybe like macaroni and saltfish and macaroni salad, and then would like macaroni and cheese, or like this basically that I'm going to do today. So what we're doing today is vodka pasta. Now I don't know if it's called something elsewhere, maybe it is, but that's what I know it as. I saw it online and I tried it, and it's been my go-to type of pasta to make since. And yes, it does use alcohol in there, and if you want to use this recipe or what we're doing, because it's not really a tutorial, I'm just going to show you, but if you want to use it, you can find alternatives if you don't drink alcohol and you don't want to, you know, you don't want to use the vodka. If you want to find something else, you can. So we're gonna introduce them. So start from your side. So mommy
you
has
chop the onion and feel
oh yeah. Mom chopped some onions and some garlic right here, so because that's what we're gonna use in our, this is like the most, what is it, like raw ingredients, yeah, that we're going to use. Parmesan cheese, obviously very necessary. You can use any other cheese, but Parmesan is mostly necessary. Paprika, you can just use any seasoning you want. Some little mixed up seasoning, cayenne, paprika. Red pepper flakes is good to use in there, but we didn't get any, but you can work around it. Tomato paste, vodka of course, and then we have our pasta, because we're making for everybody to eat today. A little cornstarch. We're going to use a little cornstarch slurry in this because we're using coconut milk, not heavy cream. Coconut milk kind of work out same way, so we're using coconut milk. And lastly, chicken. You don't have to put chicken if you don't want to. You can just even eat it on its own if you want to, just like regular with the sauce alone.
Okay.
So we are going to now go over to our stove and we're going to start cooking, and we're going to talk about our topic that we have today, which is basically, wait a second, remind me.
No, you're just saying like the dishes that have gotten so popular in Jamaica.
Yeah, so incorporating basically like foreign cuisine in Jamaican cuisine. Like and one of the main things that out here we're incorporating is mostly pasta. So as we cook, we're gonna talk about it with you guys. And as usual, you know, you always tell us your stuff down in the comment section. Give us your opinions and thoughts. So we're gonna go back to the stove now. Okay guys, so mom is on that side. She will be doing pasta. We're using penne pasta for this one, but you can use any pasta that you have. And you put some?
I did salt the water.
Okay, alright. And on this side, I am going to be this already in?
Yeah, adjust it.
And then I'm going to be searing off the chicken on my side in this pot here. Let's put a little sauce. Ready? Yeah. Alright, so as we are saying, yeah, we're realizing that obviously now in Jamaican cuisine there are a lot more things being incorporated than that you guys maybe never have seen before. One of them, as we were saying before, is pasta, right? So what do you think about that, mom? Like these new things being incorporated in our Jamaican cuisine, like when you go to restaurants specifically, or like hotels and stuff like that, you guys will see a lot more diverse things on the menu than just rice and peas and fried chicken.
I think it's okay for me. I'm not a pasta lover, you know, but we all love pasta. Yeah, my main pasta thing is like the baked mac and cheese. But outside of that, I'm not going for nothing more.
Yeah, because mommy, the only, as I said, the only time pasta really cooking here is if I do like this dish and I'll share it up with everybody, or if we do like macaroni and cheese or macaroni salad or stuff like that. But supposed to yeah. But nowadays in restaurants and hotels and all of these places,
there's a lot of pasta.
There's a lot of pasta, and not just pasta alone. I want you to know there's things like burritos and wraps and different cultures being fused in with our Jamaican culture. Because nowadays when you go to restaurants, you'll see that there are different, let's say, like different cultured restaurants. So you'd have like an Indian.
The thing is, you know, people are saying that. Now, since when Jamaica use pasta, eat pasta and all of those.
But pasta is something universal, truly. You know,
yeah,
you don't want to use pasta,
we would just use like macaroni and candy, macaroni and salted. But if they see you do like a pasta dish,
oh, that's what they think for pasta, macaroni and canned beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, the younger people, they speak the volume. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry, it's a very thick part. You see, the people that are saying that, I'm not sure what age group, but sometimes when I see them comment, I see their name, I know, if I look at their name, I know them not so young. You know, to the name, so, nobody know name, go by. My name, Debbie. Anybody give them name now, Debbie?
Yeah, some younger people.
I've never heard that, yeah. But I know, so you see some name, I when them say, since when Jamaica, if you should make up, if I should make like a little pasta salad, people don't really pay attention. I say, since when Jamaica use pasta, you know, they need to know that things have changed from
things and time
the original days back then. Everything just changed now. You get what I say?
And
people say, since when Jamaica have something. Hello, when America blow their nose, Jamaica catch cold. You're not supposed to know that. So for America say Thanksgiving, Jamaica never say Thanksgiving. Not everybody, but there's gonna be a time when Thanksgiving, I go all celebrate a Jamaica big and white. If you know, it turns public holiday.
Exactly, it turns a public holiday.
Yeah, that's what is happening. So people need to understand that. Not because you're not down here anymore. Everything that and everything where you left down here from the 30s and the 40s and the 50s.
It's still down
everything
here.
Has changed. Just like how them say, you don't need a dryer in Jamaica. We do need a dryer in Jamaica.
And the thing
anybody live down here and see how much weeks no rain and fall in Jamaica and people clothes can't dry? You know, so everything has changed.
Everything changes, and the thing is, you have to adapt to it. Truly, you have to adapt.
But if you don't, it is for the younger generation. It's not for me, who is like we are stepping out of this thing. You are the people that are. You understand? If you join for the younger generation, one gonna go soap out, no clothes, dash out on something, and a burn. No, you all don't want to do that. So the people are saying that. I think they just are not. They're not.
Maybe they're not open. They're not open to certain.
You know,
things. Because at the end of
you
the
don't
day,
need a comforter in Jamaica.
It's
You
not
don't
that,
need a Jamaica. So hold on, the hotel them in a Jamaica with the comforter them. And a Jamaica them there.
As it regards to the food, it doesn't mean that we're trying to take away our Jamaican culture out of it, because some people
we are not. But
some people do think, you know, some people do think that when they go to restaurants and they don't see anything Jamaican or whatever like that, they're trying to take away the Jamaican part of it.
Here,
no, that's not the sense. There's a lot of Jamaican restaurants out here, and if you just look, you'll find them.
They mix and match. As a person that has a lot of experience in kitchen, look here. If a pasta at the market, me at my restaurant a pasta, me a cook. Me not go get a cook no rice and peas and brown stew chicken and a body not all of that. I'm running a business. Hello. So
and the thing is, you have to cater for a wide range of
different kind of people. You understand? Because the younger people, they want the pasta, right? They want it. Okay. So,
and to be fair, it's not like when it comes towards pasta out here, we're cooking like the plain amount of pastas that are out there. No, we incorporate our own Jamaican cuisine with the pasta. So some restaurants I go to, I'll see like they have oxtail pasta, curry goat pasta, jerk chicken pasta. I remember I say oxtail, curry goat, and jerk chicken is literally one of the main top 3 things out here in Jamaica that we serve.
I think that's creative.
That's good, because people abroad will feel like, oh, they're trying something of their own, but with ours as well, because, you know, taste the jerk chicken and the curry goat. Try the curry goat. I try the curry goat. Jerk chicken really all that. Yeah. Because the jerk chicken really, it's still just like a chicken pasta, but the curry goat one is nice.
Dry, but the curry goat is supposed to have
curry goat is nice.
It should be
because they're getting that curry flavor in the pasta.
But no,
so it's really, really nice.
I not think them the
thing
curry
is,
goat pasta with
the thing is, no, not with the bone, not with the bone, but the thing is not the mix. expensive. That is the thing.
That must be.
Those type of first of all, pasta in Jamaica expensive period, because the pasta itself, just the dish, is maybe like 1.5, and if you're adding meat to that, about 3,300, 3,200.
I must try the curry goat pasta one day.
Yeah, curry goat pasta is really nice. It's just that, remember, say through a curry goat, it's going to be more expensive because you have to take off the meat off of the goat.
You have to do
curry
boneless.
it up.
You have to debone it.
It's half a boneless. You don't want to eat pasta.
No, remember, say curry goat mostly a bone, you know. Mutton is mostly bone.
But you have to find a way to find a little.
Yeah, man, you can get the leg part and then you can get it, but it's mostly bone.
But that is a
that
part
would
of
be expensive. Oxtail and curry goat pasta, those would be top of the line.
Oxtail pasta.
I'm not sure what I want to do the jerk chicken. Did I do jerk chicken pasta already now?
I don't remember. But jerk chicken pasta.
That would have sound dry to me.
Jerk chicken pasta comes just like chicken Alfredo. It's just really the
I don't know what chicken
Alfredo. The only thing is, yeah, if you have like al dente, yeah.
Okay. So why we over there so and they sit them over here use over here so?
You can try them beside you.
Me cook different things, darling. Me for old school, me cook for old school. Me not know new school cooking. Why?
And the thing is, sometimes you can't knock the little new things in because they taste good sometimes. You now go to a restaurant nowadays and get light and boiled dumplings. No.
Light and boiled dumplings? What you know about light?
No, you want to talk about light.
Me talk about light years ago?
No, you talked about it a couple days ago. I'm being so serious.
I never had light with boiled dumplings. I had light with fried dumplings. Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice.
What I'm saying is that nowadays in restaurants, when you go there, you're not going to see on the menu stew liver and boiled dumpling. Only if you go like maybe, you know, juicy beef or them place where I serve breakfast.
Yeah.
Or if you go on a hotel. I'm surprised to see chicken liver serve at hotel. I was very surprised to see chicken liver serve at hotel.
Everything.
But
on the buffet. Everything. Every single thing. Pasta, this, that, all
I feel like when you go to hotels and you get a wide range of everything, you don't lose your own culture food and you get to taste our one. Honestly.
Remember, so then take one up for fluid too, you know.
That's true.
You know, get what me say to you. But even somebody came to call me that somebody will live in America come out here and say they were, let me get after to go eat out. And when they got a restaurant, a pasta, and mostly pasta, shrimp pasta, this pasta, chicken Alfredo, and they sitting there.
Was it a pasta based restaurant?
No, it wasn't definitely. She said she just couldn't find out. She had looked for some ackee and saltfish. And all them
no.
I don't know.
You know,
they're the most sophisticated
if you
restaurant.
if you want to go to breakfast, that's different. For breakfast, there are cafes out here. There are cafes out here who are serving like a little ackee and saltfish, some fried
the regular people with regular.
But if you go for dinner, and if you want something a cook shop, fine. But if you go for dinner, you know, it's a nice place. You can't go on Italian dinner.
Look at this if you show it out. No, test it. You test it. I don't know.
You're not going to go to a nice ati restaurant nowadays and think you're going to see jerk quarter jerk chicken and festival. No.
You have to go over El Shop for that.
El Shop fish.
Fish and festival and jerk chicken.
Festival,
and jerky on the side of the road. You're not going to get that.
But you're not going to get that at these nice sophisticated restaurants that are being opened every 5 seconds out here in Jamaica. Every day I wake up is a new restaurant out here. I'm not even joking with you, I'm being so true. And the thing is, they have to incorporate things like pasta. Not just pasta alone, you know. People have like Mexican restaurants out here, so people are celebrate Cinco de Mayo out here with, you know, Mexican culture and foods and stuff like that, with burritos and tacos and all that. Yeah, mommy no know. Let me introduce her to them one day.
Me?
But the thing is, we can still make these same things that we're talking about at home here, so.
The whole truth of the matter is, even when the people them come out here, them that Friday night the pasta, when they come out here, you know, when me see that they want the pasta same way, they don't mind.
Exactly. They don't mind it. The thing is, maybe over here, so. Okay.
Maybe for the older people then, the people who are still old school like me, they have a problem with the whole pasta in a restaurant. But what I'm saying to you, these people are doing business.
In a new world, exactly.
They are doing business and they have got to move with the program. They cannot make the program move left them. That's business.
That's them make the program move left them.
Them Canada.
Okay, so we're going to strain out the coconut milk now, and we're going to get into the actual sauce of the pasta. So we're not, this oil that we use for the chicken, we're not throwing it away. Let me show you the chicken. This is the chicken, right? Cooked up. And they're in bite-sized pieces. You don't want a big uncut chicken unless you want a piece of chicken breast over it or something like that. But I normally dice it up because I like to incorporate my chicken in my pasta. Then we're going to get into the sauce.
I'm just assisting and telling I don't know nothing.
We're going to get into the sauce now. So I am going to I'm gonna saute the onions. Yeah, I'm gonna saute the onions and the garlic. I'm gonna show you guys the pasta. This is our pasta, right? Al dente. And we have onions and our garlic over here. Here's our coconut milk. You don't have to use coconut milk, you can use heavy cream. We just gotta use coconut milk. And I'm warming up the pot here to continue.
I'd like to work in a restaurant with you.
Me?
Yeah, but you can't give me no order, you know. That me I tell you. Yeah, I like this job. This is like I'm assisting. Yeah, but you may assist, I'm the assistant, but you can't give me no order.
Yeah, awesome. So what are you supposed to do then?
You know what you're saying? You have to tell me if you do not know that. I'm a special assistant, for instance. I'm a special assistant. I'm an assistant and we have to chat to every minute. I know what I'm supposed to do.
Isn't that the case of an assistant?
And then, if I don't know what I'm supposed to do, I ask you, I don't wait on you to get mad at me or to say, didn't you know that?
Never get mad at you, man.
I'm trying to ask the people.
Because you've never done something before, so why would I get mad at you?
No, but I am a good assistant. You know, some assistant, them annoying. Disgusting everything you have to tell them to do. And when you even do tell them, you notice how I'm busy? So that means that me I try to make you know me an assistant when I not take chat from boss.
So my assistant busy, but they're not busy, I don't know.
Me busy, I do something. Make them comment, them will comment. Me busy, darling. Me like the assistant work, and me have to get good paper.
The pay, you didn't have some.
Me don't love a gut like that girl, want you? Me even eat pasta.
Alright, eat up.
Okay, because I don't even know how this dish goes. I'm just watching you. You make them all the time. And you
I'll make them and I give mommy to taste.
But I don't know because I actually don't have a lot of interest in them. Yeah.
The only pasta something my mommy can probably make right now, I just say a macaroni and cheese.
I make him do it so good.
What you do? The one where you're so nice.
I'm not sure if I'm doing it good, but...
That never cooked for me.
I'll go part in it. No, my talk come off, man. Then go cut the head, no, say I
They're not good, man.
Them are demon, man. We almost about 50,000 of them already. Electric and everyone. Yeah, bother.
So the onions that I'm sauteing, we're going to saute them until they become really, really soft. Let me show you. So I'm going to saute until it becomes really, really soft. Because it's going to be incorporated in the pasta, obviously. So you're going to have that little taste of onion and garlic in there. So they need to become soft and limp, basically. Like to the point where they melt in your mouth. Yeah. So now that the onions are nice and sauteed, for sauteed, I'm going to onion them softly. Softly. Tomato paste. Here we have it. If you don't want to use tomato paste and you want to use sun-dried tomatoes and maybe blend it up, go ahead. But tomato paste is what I shall use. That one, come on. Alright. Obviously, this is for more than one person. If less people not use for, don't use that much tomato paste strong. Okay, so now that we have everything incorporated like that, time for the vodka. I do not measure. I am so sorry. I just go when I feel the need to stop. I think that's good. As we said, it's a cook out, so don't worry. You're not going to be drunk off of eating it. It's literally going to cook out. Alright, so now that you have it in a nice little like paste kind of consistency, it's time for the coconut milk. And this is now when you're going to have to let it cook out a little bit. I'm not going to add all at once because the tomato paste has to cook and so does the coconut milk. This isn't heavy cream, so I can't just hurry up and do it. I have to literally let it cook because it's coconut milk. see it's starting to get thick. The tomato paste also has some kind of thickening agent inside there, so sometimes maybe you don't even need the cornstarch, maybe not.
But yeah, to make this, you have to turn on the stove low.
But you have to turn it down low.
And make the coconut milk
yeah,
cook.
yeah, it have to cook out.
So give it about.
Gonna add the rest.
Give it about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Alright. Cause this is.
And that's a pretty color.
This is a big something for everybody.
I don't eat much, because I eat already, you know, but most of the times when you do it and you give me, if I'm hungry, I want. It really tastes nice. Yeah, for real family. When she do it sometime and she give me a little one taste, I have to ask her more. But I've never seen her do it because me not really, I gone on my bed.
Alright.
Because Colby love cook at night.
So the color kind of pale out.
I don't know the young people who love cook at night, so.
I don't know what something coming about cooking at night, I don't know.
Cooking at night, late. No,
like
girl.
you done all of your work for the day, so you kind of
no, girl, when me done all of my work and bed, me no want to cook nothing again.
Oh, okay. So you see it's bubbling up inside there now? Back up again on the steam catch it. See the same thing. Alright. Have a little cornstarch. It's a little slurry, nothing much. Because tomato paste has some kind of cornstarch or some kind of thickening agent in there already.
You so, tomato stick pan its own.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to worry about nothing in there.
And you get the good
so
one.
I add it in there now. And so we still have a little onions and alright, you see it's start to get a little thicker now. Yes, mommy.
I think you need to turn it down a little more.
It can't turn down no more.
Mommy, do what?
This is the lowest it can.
What you say me do?
It is say it smells nice on camera.
It does smell nice, the coconut. Oh, but you know that the coconut milk has. Remember, say coconut milk flavor cannot be matched. There's nothing to be matched with the flavor of coconut milk. You don't know that? Yeah.
All right. So now that we have our sauce like this, it's time for our Parmesan cheese. Have a little Parmesan here. All right. Any Parmesan you want to use, whether freshly grated, somebody grated for you, whichever one. I'm gonna put most of it. This one and a half cup of Parmesan.
I don't know. I don't know, bye.
Freshly grated Parmesan.
Not too thick.
No man. We can add a little water now, right?
I'm gonna show you add like pasta water. You'd have to go add. Oh, you can add a little a chicken stock. Yeah, let me get it. So okay, this was done.
See, this is mommy party now. She got add in our little.
My roast chicken carcass, and we did this. We did this on the Jamaican Debbie Deb strain. Go check it out.
Stop. All
right. This is roast chicken stock.
Yeah, this is better now. Good. Not too thick.
Alright, maybe just keep it here.
I'm not gonna add any more cheese because at the end we have to top it off with
still
cheese.
Thick.
Still, you want it thick, you know what? There's something too thick.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You can add a little more. Alright. So, this is the consistency of our sauce now. See? Still nice and thick, but not as thick as it was before. And those little clumps or things you see in there, it's our onions and our garlic. So we're gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Some paprika.
Hey girl, do the small part.
There's no taste to it.
Yeah, but you don't want to add too much.
All around seasoning.
You buy that. I'm not for that.
You guys can add whatever seasonings you want to add to it. Truly, it's up to you.
This looks good. I like the color. I know the taste is gonna be really good.
Alright. So now we have our sauce here. We are going to now add some of our pasta. I'm gonna add and incorporate as we go along. And then the chicken is the last thing that we're going to add. Sauce will look nice.
Yeah, it really looks good. The color is pretty and all of that. And I know the flavor is going to be good. So look here. I want food and I want money for me pay. Both food and money.
Well, I can only...
Because the coconut milk was my idea as an old timer.
I can only offer the food. And this is how your sauce is supposed to sound. You're not supposed to sound dry. You're supposed to can't hear it and move around in between the pasta. You hear that little sound there? Yeah. That's how you know you have the right consistency.
You don't put all of the pasta there. I think you should leave some.
Look like somebody's holding a little.
Yeah, they ghost them in.
Alright, can't leave the rest of this.
But you don't put no pepper in it, that's why.
Pepper? Oh, should put cayenne? Never put no honey. Oh, you can add like some Scotch bonnet pepper bits to it when you were sauteing a while ago. You could add little.
Some people add a little greens and then so.
That's if you want to.
That's if they want.
Alright.
I'm not sure if I want the greens in there.
But
I don't really.
Time for the chicken. And this is literally the last thing that we're adding to it now, the chicken. And you don't want to overpower in a mouth. You can substitute shrimp. You can put shrimp,
curry goat,
bacon.
Side eye.
Honestly, maybe you want to put the overnight curry goat in there.
Alright, like that. Bacon, some crispy bacon.
Yeah, you can put bacon in. Or if you don't want any meat at all, you can just have it as it is.
Okay.
Alright. And the food done here now, you know?
Print off.
And this is it. And for each bowl, we're just going to put a little bit of more Parmesan cheese just to top it off. So me and mommy are going to taste.
So you know the next step of eating time, food time,
yeah,
food time.
I got to taste now. Okay guys, pasta is finished. This is what we're looking like. Show yours.
I don't know what I look for, but we just stop.
Stop. This is what we're looking like. So this is the same. You see the color? That's what we want. Now we're going to top it off with a little Parmesan.
I like the kids like Parmesan.
I'm going to top your own first. Just a little.
Like Mr. Parmesan look like angel ear pasta. So it looks so. It doesn't look like angel ear pasta.
Mix it up.
No, I like when I get the one.
That's what I'm saying. It's not freshly grated, but it still have a nice flavor. Mix it up in the warm pasta.
And we got some drink. You got to go to the Jamaican cooking journey. You will see it right there.
And that little Parmesan we'll put on top. It just kind of stir it up. I'm gonna drink no juice. Everybody drink juice except me, you know.
Come.
Cheers.
Let's drink.
Stop that. I'm gonna taste the juice. You taste that too? So me I taste your juice and mommy I taste my pasta.
No, I mean make it do. Just say juice like that. Oh, this is beautiful. Come.
That juice is nice.
There. Yeah.
Strong. The ginger, but it's good.
It's good.
What is it? Oh, that's it.
I'm not pasta.
Oh.
I'm not a pasta expert, so I can't say much about that, but it just tastes good. But I say like 8. Because I say, I don't know about, you get what I say? I come out and say, look, I'm tell something, this curry goat don't good. Yeah, I'm not like that. But it's good for me, the coconut.
This is nice, yeah. This is really
flavor,
nice.
coconut.
I never mess with this, I never make it bad.
Chewy texture, I like that. Pasta is not overcooked.
Yeah.
No, undercooked. I'm not telling you, I know say some of your friends in the restaurant when you go to the pasta just overcooked. And the nastiest thing you can have is that taste, is that overcooked pasta. Some of this pasta, but them cook it too much, so when it go down to the side, it just get pecky. I like it. This has that chew. This has that chew to it, and I like this.
So pasta was a success. And I never go wrong. I never make it bad. Not once. Never make it bad yet.
This is good. Is it done?
It's America.
It's good.
Okay guys, so thank you for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed our video and cooking with us today. If you want to make this pasta dish, there are much more videos out there on YouTube. You can go and watch if you want to, with other alternatives. If you don't want certain things in there, you can go and watch them. But these are just my little something.
Remember to go to the Jamaican cooking journey. Do not ask in the comment section what it is. It is on the Jamaican cooking journey.
Yeah, the liquor juice. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in another video. Bye.